I, Tonya is a new comedy crime thriller directed by Craig Gillespie. Stars Margot Robbie as Tonya Harding, and it's about Tonya Harding. If you're unfamiliar with her, she was an Olympic figure skater who got caught up in a scandal while hiring, or maybe she didn't hire, someone to attack her Olympic trial teammate Nancy Kerrigan. So this movie stars Margot Robbie in the titular role. The movie kind of goes in a sort of biopic route. It starts with her at a young age getting interested in ice skating at 3. And then she slowly goes to her teens where she meets Jeff, who she later marries. Let's get right into it though. Tonya's biggest weakness has to be the way the story is told. The movie starts by showing all of the characters older doing interviews with the camera. So in a way, that's a weakness right there because a lot of the characters are saying what's on their mind, but they're doing these sort of interviews that don't seem real. And then, of course, there's also the fact that during serious scenes, the characters break the fourth wall a lot to talk to the audience. I feel it sort of undercuts some of the tension. Like there's a heartbreaking scene where Tonya's being physically abused by her husband, and she stops to talk to the camera, and it sort of kind of ruins the whatever tension the scene had going for it. Also, I hate to say this, but the weakest part of the film is actually Margot Robbie. Everyone seems like they're acting circles around her. Allison Janney's fantastic as the mother, Lavana. She has that sort of hard edge, and you think there might be like a nice part inside, but there isn't, and it just cuts you around. And Sebastian Stan plays against type. He plays like this soft-spoken, sort of gentle character, but then he's also physically abusive, so it's like it's completely different from what I've seen him in other things. And then there's a lot of scene stealers too. Bobby Cannavale's only in the movie for a few minutes, but he's hilarious. And same with Sean, the chubby friend who thinks he's like a counterterrorism expert. He's scene stealer right there. All these people do great, but Margot Robbie seems to be the weakest performance out of all of them. She's got maybe one good scene at the very end. Overall, Tonya's a very entertaining movie. Just that the way the story is told with the whole breaking the fourth wall, it's very difficult to pull that off. I mean, some movies do it, like Deadpool or George of the Jungle, but you know, this is like a movie based off real people. And the second half seems to be a lot stronger than the rest of the movie because that's when it focuses on the incident. There's a really tense sort of documentary-like one-shot sequence. It's not one sequence, but it seems like it, and it's the attack on Nancy Kerrigan. White knuckle stuff right there. But the rest of the comedy elements, I noticed that my audience liked a lot of the interview parts, and you know, that's great, but I felt like the movie should have tried to be a drama on its own without the whole interview aspect. So I give I, Tonya 7 out of 10.